NordCast. It is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. I am your host here, Nordic 97, joined with Carter and only Carter. How are we doing today, Carter?
Doing all right. Surviving, just trying to stay alive.
You want to tell everyone about your parlay?
Yeah. Decided to throw together a nice little 5-legger. It's not fully complete yet, but I feel like this was like a lock. All right, I had Boston plus 1.5. I'm like, giving Boston 1.5 goals is like kind of free, but they were going against the Devils. They ended up losing by 1 in overtime, so that hit. I had over 6 goals in Anaheim Islanders because both goalies I felt like weren't going to have a good performance. So that hit. The game was 4-3 currently as this is being recorded. I had Colorado over Buffalo in Colorado, which I feel like is kind of a given. I had under 6.5 goals in Winnipeg, LA. Both goalies are playing good, so I didn't think 7 goals would end up getting scored. And then I had Montreal money line. That game went to 12 rounds in the shootout. They lost. Montembeault couldn't come up with a save when it mattered. Anytime Montreal scored, I'm like, dude, this is it. Every single time they answered, and I was like, bro, I just needed one save. And then Monahan missed an open net in overtime. So I know my Montreal boys are not happy with Monahan there, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, blew the parlay first game. I can't gamble yet, so I won't be getting into those.
Yeah, don't
until 2025. But hey, every night we'll have a Nordic parlay that'll get posted, and then I'll just fumble the bag.
I should just take over for that, except for tonight because that one didn't go too well.
Yeah, that did not go well. I don't know if I'm going to trust you after that.
I should have taken him plus 1.5, man. Damn it.
Whatever. Again, no Jack today. Jack is studying for finals, I believe. Obviously, we're close to Christmas. It's been like a month of hell for us. Been very busy, so we obviously have not time to record a podcast. I don't think we even have recorded a podcast this month.
Maybe me and Jack. It might have been like late November, but
yeah, I really can't remember. But we're gonna go over some of the news that has happened in the past couple of days. So we'll start off with suspensions. David Perron suspended 6 games for the cross-check to Artem Zub. Have you seen the play, Carter? I'm trying to pull it up.
Yeah, I saw the full play.
Now, I have seen a lot of people argue that should be like 10 games. I even saw someone say that it should be 15 games. Do you think that it being 6 games is justifiable, or should it have been more?
I can see both sides of the argument here because as bad as it is that what David Perron did, he's had a clean record. He's never been suspended, right? This is a guy who tunnel visioned in, saw his captain down on the ice. Zub, I think, tripped or something and was on Larkin, right? So as soon as Perron turns around, he sees Zub getting up and his captain, not non-responsive, passed out on the ice, instantly goes and cross-checks him in the face. Now, was cross-checking him in the face the right thing to do? No. You want to do something, give him a shove, drop the gloves, do whatever. Cross-checking a guy in the face, that's not what to do. And especially because it's not even the right guy. So, I can see why people want 10 games, but I can also see the decision of 6. I think he cross-checks the right guy, it's probably less. But I feel like because it's the wrong guy, it should be more. But I don't know. I think 6 games is fair. Maybe bump it. I'd say anywhere in between 6 to 8. I feel like is more than fair.
Yeah, I think the factor that he doesn't have any previous suspensions, or I don't even think fines, is why it was only 6. I understand the anger and why he did it because I feel like he kind of did it in the heat of the moment. I think it was because he saw Larkin. And you look at the clip here. I have it on screen right now in front of me. It literally looks like Larkin is dead on the ice. He's literally
he's like sidewalk. When in top shows or whatever when outlined, he literally is just
he literally looks like that. And it looked like too. Zub put his hand on. He's like, no, don't do it, please. So I thought that was interesting. But yeah, like I feel like it was in the heat of the moment. Again, does that make it okay? Absolutely not. I think 6 games is very justifiable. If it was someone like, let's say Brad Marchand did it, then it's more.
Oh, absolutely. It's 10 plus, no questions asked.
But Perron is usually a clean player. I understand the context of it, but it's obviously not okay. So I think 6 games is okay. You could have made it 8. I'm perfectly fine with 8. But and this has been a topic for a little bit here. So did you also see the Eric Gudbranson situation where he got suspended for an aggressor penalty? So
I saw that.
We'll look at the first one here. So Nick Cousins hits him into the boards from behind. And eventually, like at one point, he looks like he's hurt on the ice. Then he gets up, drops the gloves, and starts going at Cousins. Now, the reason for this is because multiple times this year, Gudbranson's been hit from behind, and there's been no calls. Like I remember the first game of the Flyers season. The Flyers, in fact, were one of the ones that did it to him. Garnet Hathaway goes in, hits him hit Werenski from behind, I believe, not Gudbranson, but still his teammate, and Hathaway only got fined. And Gudbranson too has also been hit a few times before in scenarios like this. I understand why there's been no calls of it. There's been no suspensions, no fines, no anything. That why he would do this. But then he got suspended for another play where he quite literally just grabs Cousins, throws him on the ground, and just starts beating down on him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's actually insane. Like he literally, like mid-play, goes up to Cousins, wraps him. I can't really do it like visually, but like wraps him around his head and then throws him onto the ice.
It's almost like a chokehold and then yanks him back.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm kind of shocked it's one game. It's under the rule, like it's the rule. It's under like the book. They have to suspend them for a game. I'm kind of shocked it's a game though, because I feel like it would be more. Like I'm not gonna lie. It's like
because I completely understand like Cousins did it and there's no call or anything like that. So like I understand like why he did, but it's not like because here's the thing. It's not like there was a scrum and then he's like, oh, well, there's Cousins. Now I'm going to go get him. No, Cousins makes a play, chips the puck in, and Gudbranson's like, nah, fuck that, and just gives it to him. And then my favorite part, as soon as he gets brought on the ice, every single person in the crowd is just on their feet, just fucking so hyped, man.
Now, if we both were in the stand for that, we would have loved it. But my
jaw would have just dropped.
Yeah, you don't
like that would have been.
You don't see that happen often in
imagine just imagine right up on the glass, right next to it, and you're just there. Like now you are officially in that picture forever.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, those were the 2 suspensions that happened this past week. It was a very, very interesting week if you're into hockey and suspensions and all that. Some news in regards to the St. Louis Blues. We'll start off with the big news. Craig Berube has been fired as the coach. This happened after last night's loss to the Red Wings. Instead of firing him today, the Blues were like, we're gonna fire him. We're gonna fire him now. Like they're not gonna wait till tomorrow. They're just gonna fire him now. And it's interesting because you look at the roster that St. Louis has. Is it Berube's fault that they've struggled? I made a video on this today on the YouTube channel if you guys want to go check it out. But like you look at the roster, it really hasn't changed from last year. Apart from Kevin Hayes and Sundqvist, it really hasn't changed. And as well as that too, Kevin Hayes hasn't been a huge contributor. And it feels like there's faults on both sides to this argument. Because I feel like, Armstrong didn't do a good job at making this team, like roster ready and like a better roster. But as well as that too, it felt a little bit like Berube kind of lost the room and like the Blues weren't the team that they were originally. But I've seen multiple sides to this argument. Do you have any thoughts, Carter?
Honestly, I'm just like, in sports, I feel like it's so weird how fast a coach will get fired. Like, when the pieces aren't around him, blame instantly goes on the coach, which kind of sucks. Like, Craig Berube is an example, and I'll take an NFL one here. Bill Belichick, all right? He was Robert Kraft. Yeah, he's getting let go at the end of the season. Now, this is a guy who, granted, with Tom Brady, probably the greatest quarterback of all time, the greatest player in the NFL, 6 Super Bowls, was one of the best, had one of the best records of all time, and after 3 years of being bad, he's gone. Like, this is a proven coach, and like it just baffles my mind how fast, like, 1 or 2 losing seasons of a proven coach and you're gone. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. If it's a proven coach and it's like 5 straight years of being last place, okay, I understand it. But like, they don't have the pieces around them. So at some point you got to be like, I don't know if we can fully blame the coach. Like, I don't fully know. I don't have a whole heck of a lot on this, but like, it just baffles me how fast like coaches just get fired.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I feel like they look at the Oilers and they look at the Wild with Woodcroft and Evison, and they see that they got fired. Knobloch comes in, Hines comes in, and suddenly the Oilers are above 500 now. Like, they're literally above 500 or like a point out of a playoff spot after being 30th in the league. And the Wild are starting to make their comeback too. So maybe St. Louis, as Armstrong sees this and thinks to himself, well, maybe I can make a move this way by firing the coach, and maybe that'll turn momentum with a brand new coach. And maybe it's a wake-up call to the players. I don't know if that's the right move for St. Louis. They're a game below 500. Like, they're not a bad team by any means. They're kind of a mediocre team, if we're being honest. But they've been battling between 500, below 500. They've been battling off and on. So it's a little bit weird that they fired him now, but we'll obviously see what comes of it. As well as this, too, Jacob Verano was placed on waivers today by the Blues. Talk about a fall-off. Like, oh, my God. I remember when he got traded to Detroit, the Red Wings, and things were awesome. Like, things were looking great. He scored a hat trick, I think, even, in the one game. Against St. Louis, in fact, I believe. And then he got into the wrong stuff, got with the wrong people, put in player safety, got traded to the Blues, did okay, and now he seems to have just fallen off again. So it's really unfortunate for Verano there. Some injury news. This is awful for Carter. Carter knows what I'm about to say. Kyle Connor out 6 to 8 weeks with a knee injury, and Carter has left the room, guys.
No, I gotta put my watch on the charger. Don't worry. I am salty about this because I'll let you finish it, but I'm gonna have some words to say.
Yeah, I said pretty much all there is to say. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know what the play was exactly that caused him to do it, but.
Oh, okay, perfect. So let me run this down for you. Ryan Strome, this guy is an absolute piece of shit. Complete knee on knee. Like, he sticks his knee out, and it is textbook. Like, that is knee on knee. That is the definition of knee on knee. And there's nothing. He doesn't get a thing. How? This is Ryan Strome. This is Ryan Strome, okay? Knee on knee, not even a fine. The guy is injured. He is on IR for 6 to 8 weeks. How is there nothing going to Ryan Strome? It's a knee on knee. He reaches it out. I do not know how that is not a penalty. Not even a penalty. A fine or a suspension. Like, dude, come on. Like, there has to be at least something. Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen the play, so unfortunately.
Oh, I'll try and find it.
Yeah, I can't really speak for you on it, but yeah, it's unfortunate that he's out 6 to 8 weeks. It's a massive blow to a Jets team too that is doing very well right now, so it's unfortunate. Moving on now. The revamped All-Star. I'm very excited for this. I really am. I looked at this. This is actually very exciting. So it's going to be a draft, just like how it was in the early 2010s, where like players will get drafted to certain teams. So there's going to be 12 players, 8 events total, and then each player will compete in 4 of the 6 preliminary events, if that makes any sense. The top 8 will go to event 7, and the top 6 from event 7 will go to the final, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So the events are fastest skater, hardest shot, stick handling, one-timers, passing, accuracy shooting, and then the shootout, which is the top 6, and then obstacle course. Obstacle course. Yeah. In an all-star game, obstacle course. What? I'm very intrigued to see how that's gonna go. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. Additionally,
I have it.
Oh, did you find the play?
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Send it to me while I go over this.
Okay.
So the Washington Capitals are moving from D.C. to across the river in Virginia to Alexandria. It looks like they're going to move in 2028. The announcement was made this morning. It's going to include a 3,000-seat music entertainment venue with hotels, a conference center, along with their arena. Apparently, this was like at first, this was like a threat to Capital One Arena for them to give for the government to give them $500 million or $600 million to revamp the arena. But the government wasn't going to give them that, so they threatened to move. The government offered $500 million, but then I guess the Capitals were like, "No, we're going to Alexandria anyways." So I think it's pretty interesting.
And the Wizards too. The Wizards are going as well.
Oh, the Wizards are as well?
I'm pretty sure.
It says there too. I actually completely forget the Wizards exist. Are they even good?
No.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Not that I'm aware of.
Honestly, they're the easiest forgettable team in Washington.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to basketball.
I believe they'll still be called the Capitals and Washington. I don't think they'll be called the Virginia Capitals. I can't see that. Or the Alexandria Capitals. No. So we'll obviously find out what amounts of that. That'll be interesting. But yeah, I believe, let me take a look here. I believe that's everything. Actually, no. One more thing. Apparently, this is a really weird story. So it looks like Arturi Lekkonen's dad was shit-talking Mikko Rantanen about his off-season training in the Finnish media. And this is really weird because a teammate's father is doing this. It feels really weird. And now Rantanen had a 3-point night against Calgary, which they won 6-5. And then he goes and runs his mouth to the media and says, quote, "If you talk shit, it's going to come back at you." And I don't know why you're saying that about Rantanen either. A, Stanley Cup champion. B, led the Avalanche in points last year. And C, is one of the more underrated players in the entire NHL. It feels really weird at the fact that you're saying that about this guy. So it feels really strange to me. I believe that is it for news. I don't know. It's been forever since I made a podcast, so I really don't know. Carter, do you have anything else? I'll look at this play you sent.
Is there anything else? I don't think so. I mean, maybe you'll get to this. Jesse Puljujarvi signed a PTO with Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, he did. I don't really know what's going to amount to that. It's just how he does in tryouts. I don't think he's
probably nothing. let's be honest. Oh, Robert Bortuzzo got traded.
Oh,
I don't know if we got to that. I don't know if you had that planned at all.
Lou Lamoriello cooking. Robert Bortuzzo.
I know. Bartner's excited. He was on the edge of his seat.
I know. Did you see the thing he posted where it's like, "Cool Lou down"? He got Bortuzzo and whoever the hell they traded for earlier in the month. Hang on. Who was it? Tice Thompson and Robert Bortuzzo. Let Lou Lamoriello cook. Oh my god.
And Mike Riley off waivers too.
Oh yeah. Oh, plan the parade right now.
God, it is over. It is over for the rest.
Oh, one more thing we can mention too. Shohei Ohtani signed a contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Carter, as a Canadian, are you mad about this with the Blue Jays?
Yeah, I'm a little salty.
Oh, he turned his hat around. It's a Blue Jays. I will say this: the reporting of and I'm not a big baseball fanatic. Like, I see the baseball reporting, but like I'm not like hugely into it. Honestly, I had no clue who the hell Otani was before this.
What?
I don't follow baseball that much.
Yeah, I get that, but like it's Shohei Otani.
I know Mike Trout. That's about it, though. On that Angels team, I didn't know Otani.
But Shohei Otani.
Okay, all right.
He's a unicorn. He's the Connor McDavid of baseball. How do you not know this? He's the GOAT! He's the GOAT! I don't honestly care. He's not a Blue Jay, so I don't care.
I will say this: the reporting was awful. Like, I don't know how the hell you like.
How do you track a guy's plane from Shark Tank, bro? That's whose plane it was. It was. I don't know the guy's name, but it was one of the guys from Shark Tank or Dragon's Den. I don't know. Bro, I wanted Otani! Oh my god! I'm not gonna lie though, I don't think he would have liked Toronto. Actually, here's the thing. I feel like he would have liked Toronto, but I also feel like he wouldn't have liked Toronto. One, Toronto has no playoff success whatsoever. Two, I feel like he would have liked it because, like, I feel like baseball is not real. Like, it's big in Toronto, but it's not as big as, like, hockey, and I don't know if it's as big as basketball. But I can guarantee that they would have sold out every single game if Shohei Otani was there.
Oh, for sure.
But
well, anyways, his contract value $700 million. The Arizona Coyotes franchise value $675 million.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive if you're Shohei Otani. Like, I know early on in the podcast we talk about like Kadri signing his contract and McKinnon signing his contract, and we'd be like, give us a tenth of that and we'll be happy. Bruh, we
get a tenth of that. Oh, baby. I'm going to Cancun.
More money. He literally has more money than the value of the Arizona Coyotes.
Okay.
And a professional sports team.
Yeah. Here's something that I find absolutely wild. This is wild with that Otani contract. So it's $700 million over 10 years, right? Technically, it's over 20 years. Because he deferred $68 million for the 10 years, so he's making $2 million for the next 10 years, and then he's making $68 million for the 10 after. So the Dodgers can go all in on the next 10 years with Shohei making $2 million, but afterwards they're fucked.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
So that's what he did. He deferred it for the first 10 years where he's only making $2 million, and then afterwards he's making $68 million. From 40 to 50 years old, he is making $68 million to do jack shit.
Well, I'll see you guys in 2034 when we're talking about this.
I should have played baseball.
Why'd you play hockey? Why'd you play football, you little shit? You should have played baseball. You could have gotten D1 offers and then made $70 million or $700 million.
D linemen don't make $700 million, bro. Most that they'll make is like $10 million, and that's if you're good or lucky or Aaron Donald.
Or Aaron Donald. Okay. Anyways, we were going to talk about some teams. I want to talk about the Oilers and how they've heated the hell up. 8 straight wins, 13, 12, and 1 for 27 points. They're now 4th in the Pacific Division. They're still 9 points behind the Oilers, but they are 1 point behind the Coyotes for a wild card spot right now. So it looks like realistically, unless if they keep going on this tear and LA goes on a 10-game losing streak, the Oilers are going to be a wild card team this season. But regardless, if there was any team that was going to come back from being like 2-9 at one point, it would have been the Oilers. Right, Carter?
Yeah.
No question. Like, I look at that team, I look at McDavid, I honestly knew he would just carry this team. And it's funny, too, because, like, we talk about how, like, he wasn't in the top 20 for scoring for the first month and a half, and now he's, like, 4th. Give him the heart. This man gave everyone a month and a half head start, and now he's, like, 4th in points. I find that insane. I think he's, like, 4th in points. Hang on.
Here, He's 7th right now, but technically he would be 4th because there's 4 guys tied for 3rd.
Okay, yeah,
so technically 4th.
Yeah,
he's 1 point behind everyone. He is 9 points behind Nikita Kucherov.
Yeah, so like, hence my point. It's insane, like how good he's been and how much he's heated up. So if there was any team that would have done it, it was the Oilers.
He had 4. He had back-to-back nights where he put up 4 points and then 5. Like he put up 9 points in 2 games. Like just absolutely ridiculous. Actually,
David could do it.
No, it's wild.
It's all Connor. The Flyers. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say Connie.
Oh, Connie. All right, the Flyers. They're another team I want to talk about. The Philadelphia Flyers. 15, 10, and 3, 33 points. How about it, bro? We go on the road.
Hell yeah.
Road trip against Arizona, Colorado, and Nashville. We take 5 of the 6 points. Awesome.
Actually huge.
Not gonna lie though, we should have taken the 6th point, but we decided to play sloppy at the end.
Yeah, kind of just blew it with 15 seconds in OT, but
I'll take the overtime loss. We did come back from behind and tie it.
Getting 5 points in 3 games is something to be proud of. That is wild.
Yep. And now we are 2 points behind the Islanders. But if the Islanders didn't have a million overtime points, then we would be way ahead of them. Like
we're behind the Islanders.
Overtime points didn't count. What's 35 minus 7? It's 28 points. They'd literally be 7th in the division if overtime points didn't count. Like
we are behind them.
We're behind them by 2 points because they won tonight. So
boo!
It's annoying. I think we're going to be battling with them for a while, unless if they start falling off, which I pray they do. All due respect, Islanders fans, I'm rooting for my Flyers here. I kind of made an oath now that I'm praying on every Metro team's downfall. I'm just praying on every team's downfall.
Honestly, I predicted the Flyers to be in last place.
So did I, and they're 3rd. Like,
yeah,
it's insane.
Like
even
what?
They proved even us wrong. Like even the Flyers fans, they proved wrong.
Oh,
so
let's be honest. John Tortorella. What a job. He has taken a team of bona fide middle of the road players led by Travis Konechny to. I'm not even going to say wild. Just wild. Thank you, Torts. The future is bright in Philly because here's the thing: if we're in a playoff spot, we still have Cutter Gauthier in our pocket. We have Massimo Rizzo in our pocket. Like we have some college guys too. If we're in a spot once that season's over, we might have a good chance at making a nice decent run here if we can maintain this, which you never actually know.
And then guess who we have when we're
in
even more of a contender?
Back pocket.
In the very back pocket, it's like our secret weapon in 26-27 when we're in the playoffs. Oh, here he is.
Matt Van, motherfucking Mitch gone, baby. Woo!
Yeah, I honestly, like this season, I don't even care if we fall off and miss the playoffs. This year has made me really excited for the future.
Oh God, yeah. Like
hopefully we can sustain this.
I feel like we can definitely sustain it, but I feel like we can sustain playoffs, like making the playoffs. I don't know if we'll be able to sustain like top 2. Top 2 in the Metro. I doubt.
I don't think we're gonna beat the Bruins. I don't think we'll beat the Leafs. I don't think we'll beat any of the other teams. I feel
like as long as we make, I think if we're one of the, like either the 2nd or 3rd best team in the Metro, I think we can make the 2nd round.
Yeah, I think if we're like right now we play the Islanders and we could absolutely beat the Islanders.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. The only team I'm scared about would be I guess if we're 2 and like. I feel like the only team that I don't feel confident about the Flyers beating if we make the play, like this is a big if here. We're not saying the Flyers are locked for playoffs, but I'm saying if we do make the playoffs, the 2 teams I'd be scared of is the New York Rangers and the New Jersey Devils. That's Those are the only teams I would be somewhat uncomfortable. The Flyers playing the other teams. I feel like I'd sit back. I'd be on the edge of my seat because it's playoffs, but I'd have a little bit of calmness going through.
We can beat Washington. We can beat the Islanders. The Hurricanes, I don't feel like we should underestimate. But
I forgot about the Hurricanes. Okay, yeah, no, Hurricanes are in that mix.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna come down to the very end of the year. When we're talking broadly about this Metropolitan Division, like you got the Rangers, they're a lock. That's about it.
Yeah, I think the Rangers are probably like the only team in the Metro that's a lock.
And they're actually kind of struggling a little bit. The past couple of games they've been struggling a little bit.
They haven't, yeah.
They're only 4 points behind or ahead of the Islanders. Not
they do have a game in hand, but
they're only 4 points ahead of the Islanders. They should still be a lock, though. Every other team is like war. I'm not even saying the Devils or the Hurricanes are locks because it's just so tight right now. Like you got Carolina, New Jersey, and Washington all tied currently, and you got Philadelphia 2 points ahead of those three teams. You got Pittsburgh 2 points behind those two teams. 7 of the 8 are all competing right now. For
the Devils are now tied with us too.
Are they? Oh, they won tonight. So yeah, they're
because they won. So they're tied with us, which moves them to the wild card 2.
Yeah, we need to start winning some more games. It's gonna be really tight.
This is stressful, man.
Yeah, I'm worried now. Usually I'd be worried by February, whether or not we're gonna be able to make it. But I'm worried now because every game it feels like means something, especially to all of these teams. So it's a little bit worrisome with that.
For sure.
Let's go by division. Let's take a look at the Atlantic. Boston, Florida, I'd say are playing very well right now. Toronto has been playing solid, although I do have concerns about overtime.
They're kind of off and on.
Yeah, they've been off and on a little bit.
Big win over the Rangers, though.
They beat the Rangers? Yeah.
7-3, too, which is... Whew.
Especially for those two goalies, Quick and Shesterkin.
Yeah.
The Red Wings, though, are they a playoff team?
I don't know. I can't remember if me and Jack touched on this. Oh, I guess we never mentioned Patrick Kane scoring his first goal. But maybe you had that in trending players. I don't... Forget it.
I was going to mention that in trending players.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
maybe. I feel like they could realistically be a playoff team, but I don't know.
No, it all depends, I feel like, on Tampa. Tampa Bay is the team that I'm a little bit interested in because it feels like the goaltending isn't as great this year. It feels like the offense is solid. Victor Hedman's out too, so they're facing a lot of repercussions and injuries right now, and it feels like this team's honestly just so depleted. And I've said that for so many years, but it still feels that way. I'm just a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, Vasi's only played 8 games, and he's 4 wins, 4 losses, which is unlike Andrei Vasilevsky to be at 500.
He is coming back from injury.
I know. I agree with that, but I'm still. This is unlike a Vasilevsky, so this is a different realm.
Yeah, they're 1 game above 500, but the problem is too they've played the most games out of every team in that division. And all the teams that have played above them have either 2, 3, or 4 games in hand. So that is a little bit worrisome there. Ottawa. They have played 23 games. They're 11-12. Can they make a comeback in this division?
No, I'm not gonna lie. The nail is in the coffin. I think it's. I know we talked about firing coaches so early without the pieces around them, but dude, the pieces are there. I think it is time for them to move on. It's time. The pieces are there.
Yeah, eventually, it's crazy how you look at the amount of coaches that have been fired before DJ Smith that shouldn't have been fired before DJ Smith. Pretty much every coach last season that got fired, Jay Woodcroft, Dean Evison, and Craig Berube. It's actually insane how many players have been fired before or how many coaches have been fired before DJ Smith? And here's the thing too, they're not going to fire him till the end of the year,
which is nuts. Berube's available. Berube's available now. Why would you not go get him? He's a proven champion. Like he's done it with a team that struggled early on. So what makes you think he can't do it here?
Yeah, and Woodcroft too, not to mention.
Yeah, there's some great coaches available, and the fact that you're not pulling the trigger right now is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I understand that they're looking for the GM. That's the first priority. And I understand it, but it's just they're just in such a shitty situation with it. Because I get how like they're looking for the GM. You don't want to fire the coach and still be looking for the GM as well, because you don't want to be looking for the coach and the GM, unless if you want to just name an assistant coach as the temporary head coach. It doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. So yeah, Ottawa, the Atlantic is another competitive bloodbath. Same with the Central. It's pretty much Colorado, Dallas, and Winnipeg, and there's everyone else. Or maybe actually no. I look at these point numbers. The Jets are only 2 points behind Colorado for first, so it's actually really tight right now.
Oh yeah, no, and Dallas is 1 point behind Colorado with a game in hand too. Like that top three is really close. There's going to be a lot of changing going on throughout the season.
This is a really interesting year. Like it feels like I look at all these divisions. Every division but the Pacific is going to be like a bloodbath next year.
It's going to be a nail biter.
Yeah, like pretty much every, like the Metro, I'd say 7 of the 8 teams are in it. The Atlantic, I'd say
probably 6.
6, maybe
5, 6 of them are in it.
5, 6 teams are in it. The Central, there's probably 6 or 7. Minnesota's not too far behind, but and Arizona's still in the race too, even though like I'm not liking the way they've been playing lately. St. Louis, again, they can still turn it around. And then like the Pacific is ass. I'm not gonna lie, the Pacific's ass.
Yeah.
Let's get into that. So you got Vegas at the front, almost 10 points ahead of Vancouver. Then you got LA as well, and then that's pretty much it. Like Edmonton's been doing solid. They've turned their season around, so that's obviously good. Calgary, mediocre. Seattle, bad. San Jose, bad. Anaheim, bad. You know what's funny, too? Anaheim's worse than San Jose now.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thank the Winnipeg Jets for that one.
Wild.
Both of my teams have lost to San Jose. Oh my!
Don't even get me started with the Flyers. That I don't even want to go into that. But yeah. All right, I'm going to ask you this question. So, of the teams in the Eastern Conference, then we'll get into the rest of the shit we got to do. We still got a lot of stuff we got to do.
Yeah.
Of the teams that are in the Metro and in the Atlantic, which ones do you think will make the playoffs right now?
I think here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that right now, the top 3 in the Atlantic, so Boston, Florida, Toronto, I think those will make it. I'm thinking Metro. This is not in order either. I'm thinking the Rangers will make it. I think the Flyers will make it. I think the Islanders will make it. And then I'm thinking Carolina and New Jersey will also make it. So I'm thinking we're going 5 Metro, 3 Atlantic.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like it's going to be.
Because other than Detroit and Tampa, like there's not a whole heck of a lot in that Atlantic division.
Detroit though is 1 point behind Toronto, so they are still technically, it's still really close. And like again, as we said, like this is going to come down to probably March or April or at the very end of the season, unless if teams in the second half of the year fall off a cliff,
like Winnipeg.
It's going to be hella close. True, like Winnipeg, but you guys still made the playoffs, though, at least.
Yeah.
Of the teams in the West, who do you think is going to make it?
Oh, man. Okay, I think...
Top 4 in the Pacific, and then the top 4 in the...
I'd say that. Part of me wants to say that Minnesota will start playing better, but I also don't think so. So I think I'd keep everything the same except I think Arizona will flip with Edmonton. Like, Arizona will fall out, Edmonton will go in, and then whatever order happens.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right. Moving on now, we're gonna do a guess a player with Carter this time is gonna be the leading guy. I'm guessing. I'm gonna be guessing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. So, I get 6 questions,
And then your final.
and then
Jack gave me 2 guesses to make up for not having 2 people, so you'll have 2 final guesses as well.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. Did you win, by the way?
No, I was close. I had the player, or I had the position, and I brought out a new question. I brought out, was this player drafted by them? Which I felt was such a good question, and he picked a guy who went undrafted and told me yes. So technically there was a scam job in there, but I should have went to the commission about it, but times have passed. I don't think I can, so that's okay. I'll live with my mistake. So
That's what it is. All right. We'll ask you this question first. Carter, is your team in the Western Conference, or your player, not your team?
no, nah, I don't think so.
So in the East?
Could be. Yeah, he's in the East.
Is your team in the Atlantic Division?
No.
Metro. All right. It's 2 questions. Carter, is your team in a playoff spot right now?
Currently?
Your player on a team in a playoff spot currently.
Let me. I know I just went over this. Let me check. No. Yeah. Yes. Technically, yes.
All right. So it's between 4 teams: the Rangers, the Islanders, the Flyers, and the Capitals that are currently in playoff spots. Is it at the what I'm looking at right now? Correct? Is it between those 4 teams?
Well, no, because technically you'd have New Jersey in there.
Oh, in Carolina. Okay, Okay, Carter. Did your team make the playoffs last year? Question number 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Okay, so that's Carolina, Devils, Rangers. And there's down to 4 from 6. Carter, was your team eliminated in round, or was your player on a team that was eliminated in round 1 last year?
Oh, fuck. I don't actually remember. Let me pull it up.
Rangers and the Islanders were out in round 1.
Then they made it past round 1.
Okay, so it's between the Devils and the Hurricanes. All right, I'll get the team here. Carter, is your player on the Devils?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up this roster.
So when you said playoff spot, it shows that they're not, but technically with the win today and move them into it.
Yeah,
so
I looked at it. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go for position. Carter, is your player a forward?
Yes.
I was hoping you say defenseman.
You got your guess now. That was technically one of your questions there. Final guesses, but I'll let it slide. I'll give you 2 more. You got 2 chances to get it.
Timo Meier. I'm gonna go. We'll just take a shot in the dark. Nate Bastian.
Who?
Nate Bastian.
Who?
What do you mean, who?
No, it's not him.
Fuck off. All right, who'd you have?
Dawson Mercer.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, whatever. I lose. Carter wins.
Yeah! Is this how Jack feels? God.
Must be.
This might be this. Wow, this is gonna be how it feels to be happy for the rest of the podcast.
All right, yeah. Trending players. Great noise, Carter. Trending players. Patrick Kane scored his first goal against the for the Red Wings against the Senators a few days ago, so he got his first goal. That's about it. McDavid playing really well. Stuart Skinner also having himself a very good performance so far. He's 7-0 through the past 7 games. He's got .934 save percentage, a 1.7 goals against average, and 1 shutout. That's pretty nice. You got anything else? I believe that's it.
For trending players, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot for trending players.
Okay, that works for me. Anywho, we'll do some blind rankings and then we done.
Hooray!
So we're gonna do blind rankings of jerseys to start off. So I'm gonna give Carter some fun jerseys here. So let me pull up my wheel spinner of fun.
I probably shouldn't have crumpled up my paper.
True.
All right, I'm going to use the back of this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, here it is. All right, hang on a second. Let me pull up my wheel of magic. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. All right, so your first jersey is going to be the Vancouver Canucks alternate jersey.
Which alternate are we talking here?
Let me grab it for you real quick. I have it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use jerseys that I have. That's how we're going to do it.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
All right, Vancouver Canucks alternate jersey, aka the hockey stick logo.
The rink.
I can't really tell.
Okay. Honestly, I kind of like that jersey, but I'm not a fan of like the double green on it. My all-time favorite alternate is the skate one. This one, it's nice. I like the colors on it. I think I'd put it at 4. I think that there's some nice jerseys out there. I don't know what nice jerseys you have, but I'll put it at 4. I'll put it at 4.
All right, 4? Cool. Okay, next up. Next up is this jersey. Hang on.
No, okay. I can wait.
Walking off screen. Colorado Avalanche. Oh. You got
the older Avs jersey too.
Bigfoot. Sakic.
I do mess with this one a lot. I think I'd put this one at 2.
2? It's the old Avalanche jersey from back when they were winning the Stanley Cup for the audio listeners. It's the darker, more maroon, purple color.
Yeah, Joe Sakic era.
Yeah, the Joe Sakic era jersey. Next up then is... Okay, we'll pull that one out. Hang on a second. This one I don't really like too much. Minnesota Wild alternate.
This, I'm not going to lie. This one is just a great like ODR jersey. I do mess with this one a lot. I like the cream, the like tan cream color on it. I'd put this one higher than the Canucks, so I'd put this one at 3.
All right. For those who, I'm trying to explain it for the audio listeners, it's the wording one where it says Minnesota Wild on it. It's like the old alternate from like 2013, I think.
Wasn't it like a Winter Classic, I thought?
It might have been. I don't even know.
I feel like it was, but I'm also not sure.
I really don't know. Is that 3 jerseys now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll pull this one out then. Next up. Oh, it's on display.
Try to figure out if that was a Winter Classic jersey or not.
The old Florida Panthers alternate jersey.
Oh.
It's a Reebok version. Got the Sunrise logo here. I'm trying to figure out what year it's from. Doesn't say. I really wish it did.
Yeah. That's hard because I really do like that jersey, especially the logo.
From back in the day. It's got the old Screaming Panthers logo on it. So
the logo really completes the jersey. I don't know what jersey you're gonna pull out for my last one, so I'm gonna mark it down. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm putting it, but I'm gonna put it down.
And then, last but not least, I'll give you a nice little easy one here. It is Pittsburgh Penguins home.
Thank God.
Crosby on the back.
All right.
You know, we're going to do another one of this. Another one of the jersey, and then we'll do some other themes.
Do you want to hear my first list, though?
I was about to ask, what's your first list, Carter? Give me the.
All right. So I got the Panthers retro. You can't even fucking see it. The Panthers retro, the old Avs, the Wild Winter Classic, the Vancouver rink, and the Pens home.
Okay. Nice. All right.
I'm gonna write them down, and I'm not gonna tell you where I'm putting them because I don't want you to try and screw me with putting grabbing the coolest jersey you have because the only spot I have left is 5. So I'm gonna keep these secret.
Well, I'm gonna give you an easy one to start off. Traditional Flyers home. They've had this for years. It's actually it's the old Flyers home, not the one from 23-24, the one from 22-23 backwards.
Yeah, before the pre-Briere era.
The new one's it's a little darker orange. Now it's the lighter orange. So.
Okay.
All right, next up here. I'm spinning like a wheel to see which ones I get. Okay. All right, next up. It's a lot of home jerseys so far. Devils home.
Okay.
Traditional. Nothing too much here. Not a whole lot to this jersey besides the black and white stripes on the arms. Don't have a jersey for them, so that's obviously not going to work.
Okay.
Okay. Not out, so I'll pull it out. Here's where things might get interesting for you. Washington Capitals reverse retro. The second version, I believe. Is it the first version?
I thought that was the first.
I think it was the first. I can't tell. They're the ones in red, the ones in black. It's the red one.
Okay. Ooh.
It's got Capitals on the back. You don't know.
I don't actually know where to put this one. All right. Oh, this might be bad.
I don't know. I can't surprise you.
Oh God.
How many is that? 3?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, hang on a second. Let me pull. Okay. Next up.
I need something bad.
Boston Bruins alternate jersey. Pretty basic, but it's still a nice jersey. Very basic, but I still like it a lot. And then last but not least.
Oh, please. This could be almost a flawless list.
Hang on. Depends what kind of jersey I get. Oh, don't have a jersey for them. The suspense.
Oh God.
Already did them. Oh my God. Give me a
Come on.
All right.
Oh my God.
And last but not least, Columbus Blue Jackets home.
Oh, okay.
What was your list?
All right. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not super mad about it. I would have switched my 1 and 2. So with my list, my number 1 is the Columbus Blue Jackets home jersey.
There's no way.
My 2 is the Caps reverse retro. I felt like you would have had some more heaters in there, Nord. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it wasn't my decision.
I know. I was hoping you would have pulled out some a heater, but I ran that risk. 3, I have the Devils home. 4, I have the Flyers home pre-Danny, and then the Bees basic at 5. So
I like the Bees basic.
It's in the name, basic.
All right. We're gonna do another one with coaches, and then I'll figure out what one more thing we can do. So
I ain't no coaches.
You don't know coaches? All right, I'll give you players then, or actually no, goalies. We'll start off with Jordan Binnington.
Oh, I should grab something else to write on. My mom has a bunch of these old cards from her 18th birthday that she probably gave out to people, and they're just in my desk for no reason. So I'm using these to write on because fucking stacks of these things. Anyways, welcome to Carter's personal life. Anyways, here we go. Okay.
So Jordan Binnington, you got that right?
Oh, Binnington?
Yeah, Binnington, the first goalie.
Okay.
Oh, Alex Lyon. Now think about how he's playing this year.
Hang on, I had to make a quick switch. Has Lyon been good this year? I don't actually know. Okay. I had to move Bitter, so just okay. I moved him. I moved him before you said Lyon, though.
Devin Levi.
Ooh, okay. Wait. Are we doing based on now or potential?
Just now, pretty much.
Okay. I'm fine with that, then. I'm fine with that.
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Ooh, that's not good.
And then finally, actually, wait, no. Yeah, finally. Oh, Jose Saros. No.
Dang!
Is your list a banger? Give me your list.
You know what? It is almost a banger. So I got Saros at 1, Fleury at 2, which kind of sucks, but he's been all right. I got Binner at 3, Levi at 4, Lyon at 5.
Lyon's been pretty good this year, though, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I have not paid attention to Alex Lyon. I'm not even gonna shit you.
Okay. All right. Next up, then.
Let me give you one.
Oh, you want to give me one? Okay. All right. Cool.
I want to give you one. We're gonna do NHL captains.
Oh, lordy lord. Here we go. Philadelphia Flyers. Oh, wait. Okay.
I have an idea for this. So I'm going to go based on the standings from my phone here on the score, but I'm going to have Google pick the number. Okay?
Okay.
Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
Here's a random number, 24.
24. The Buffalo Sabres. So that'd be Kyle Okposo.
Okay.
Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 24. Or 32.
Here's a random number, 27.
27. The Minnesota Wild. Do they have a captain?
Who's their captain?
Hang on. I'll look up NHL captains right now.
Am I bugging?
They have one. Oh, Jared Spurgeon.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still there, but yeah.
He's still there.
Okay. All right. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
18.
18?
Tampa Bay.
Oh.
So Stammer.
Right.
Now we're starting to get some trickier ones. Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
Here's a random number, 10.
10. The New York Islanders. Do they have one? They do. Oh, Anders Lee.
Honestly, forget that man exists.
Same.
All right, give me, cook me up a good one. Cook me up a good
All right.
one.
Hey, Google, pick a number between 1 and 32. Give him 11. Give him 11. Give him 11.
Here's a random number, 8.
8. The Toronto Maple Leafs, so John Tavares.
It's not terrible, but it's not great either. I think I would have swapped 1 and 2. I got 1 Tavares, 2 Stamkos, 3 Lee, 4 Spurgeon, 5 Okposo. That's not that bad.
No, that's solid. That's solid.
All right, you want to give me one more?
I'll give you one more. What do I want to go with here? What should I go with? I like the use of Google here. Let's go. You know what? Let's go mascots based on looks. All right, like which mascot you think is the best? Actually, you know what? Let's just go best mascot. All right. So
Okay.
let's hope you have your Google ready. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
Here's a random number, 14.
Wow! Philadelphia.
Oh
So-
yeah, it's mascot,
That-
right?
That's an obvious one, yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you, it's one.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's almost a unanimous one, but that's okay. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
Here's a random number, 8.
8. Toronto. So that would be Carlton, the bear.
The bear, bruh.
The polar bear.
I don't mind Carlton. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Seems like a fun night out. All right. Especially his inflatable. Now that's a Carlton. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
9.
Dallas. Victor E. Green.
Okay.
Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
24.
Whoa, we're going way down here. Buffalo. I don't know Buffalo's mascot.
It's the freaking whatever his name is.
Oh, Sabretooth. Kind of a mid mascot, not gonna lie.
All right,
But-
let's see.
Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32.
Here's a random number, 8.
8.
It's
Oh, that's Toronto again. We can't do that. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 32. That's not number 8.
Here's a random number, 14.
Can't do 14! Hey Google, pick a random number between 1 and 32 that is not number 8 or number 14.
Here's a random number, 5.
LA. So Champ or Champ? I don't fucking know. He's the lion. He's the lion.
All right, I'm fine with this list. You got Gritty number 1, Victor E. Green number 2, Carlton 3, whatever the Kings mascot is 4, and then Sabretooth 5. I'm out with that.
I would have switched Carlton and Victory Green just because of the one clip. Do you remember the inflatable Carlton when the Leafs were like walking to practice or something and Mitch Marner?
Yes.
I would have just because of that prank. I would have put him at 2. But that is Nordic 97's mascot ranking.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, is that all we got, or are we done?
Feel like that's all we got. I'm checking to see. Oh, actually, I would like to. I mean, I could wait for Jack, but I'll ask this for Jack next time. Nordic, who do you have in the World Juniors that starts up in about, I think, in almost exactly 2 weeks?
Ooh, man, I don't know.
Give me your final 2. We can, when it gets closer to the time, we can do our top 4, like our medalers.
Czechia knocked out in round 1.
Okay, kind of. I would have just said not even me.
Sweden, U.S., and then Canada. Not in
Canada
any
3?
order. Those are the final 3 teams.
Those are your top 3. Okay.
Not in any order. I didn't want to say Canada 3. That's not happening.
Yeah. I'd say U.S., Canada, and then I'd go Finland, honestly. I got a good feeling about Finland this year.
Yeah, I'll go the Finnish people.
I will say, though, U.S. has a scary team.
Yeah.
You guys are stacked. But other than that, I don't have anything else.
All right, cool. Well, we are done. Thank you all for listening to our hour-long podcast. We really do appreciate it. Whenever me and Carter do things, it's pretty fun. Not going to lie. We miss Jack, but we enjoy these podcasts where it's just us. But anyways, thank you all for watching or listening. We really do appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe or give us a good review if you are new. And anyways, thank you all very much for watching or listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of the podcast. Adios.